then you are going to love the Fastpitch TV show. We're bringing you more interviews, more videos, and more product reviews than anyone else on the planet. Sit back and get ready. Here's the Fastpitch TV show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fastpitch TV show. Now, if you found our show on Facebook, YouTube, or any other video sharing site, please go check out our website at fastpitch.tv. It's the place to find all of our past episodes, but it's also the place to keep up with our future episodes too. Now, for most of this year, I've been bringing clinics from Softball Con in Louisville, Kentucky. It was a great clinic, a great conference. They had it earlier in the year. I would recommend it to anyone. Now, to find out information about next year's clinic, which I believe is in January, go to softballcon.net. Now, today I'm bringing you part 3 of Kim Dunlop-Borders' clinic on proper pitching mechanics. If you've not seen part 1 or 2 of Kim's clinic, I recommend you watch episode 176 and 177 first, and that's at fastpitch.tv. Then come back and watch this episode. Now, let's go to that clinic right after this word from our sponsor.
Do you need a softball bat? Do you want to save $30? SoftballJunk.com is offering an additional $30 discount off the price of all non-sale softball bats on their website. That's right, $30. So the next time you buy a bat, go to softballjunk.com and enter the code FPTV30 during checkout, and wham! You just put a cool $30 in your pocket.
I'm a huge fan of the spinner. A lot of people don't like it. The reason I like it is just like I was saying earlier. You know, it's the same size and weight as the ball. It has the seams on it. I love it because it shows you right or wrong. You know, the girls cannot see the ball spinning. I mean, we have college catchers that cannot see the ball spinning, and they are in college catching. So, don't be fooled that a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 16-year-old pitcher can see a ball spinning. Okay? A lot of times dad can't see the ball spinning. Coach can't see the ball spinning. Okay? So, you know, if I'm trying to spin the ball backwards, you know, I mean, I want backward spin. If I want curve spin, I'm going to go sideways. You know, when the ball's coming at you from 43 feet, who knows? Okay? Who knows? When this is coming at you, you know. Okay? Kids hate it. They loathe it. They despise it. It tells them immediately, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Okay? They need that. If not, they get the false sense of, I have every pitch. You know, every kid that I get that comes in, and, you know, the first thing I say when I, you know, ask them about what they throw, it's 8 pitches. Okay? There are pitches that I've never heard of that they have. But it's very humorous to me that every pitch spins the exact same way. Every body position is the same way. Okay? So, I do like the spinner for teaching spin. You know, the younger kids, you know, getting kids to spin the ball with their middle finger. You know, it shows them. It teaches them. This is what it feels like, middle finger. If they don't spin off their middle finger, you know it. Okay? Same thing, curve. You know, I just want that spin to be flat. Okay? Who knows if that is? They don't know. They think it's right. If the ball is doing anything, in their mind, it's right. Okay? They are pitchers. You know, we are right all the time. So, you have to take that into consideration. All right? So, you know, I really do a lot of this stuff, you know, when they get older with the movement. I mean, even if it's, you know, warm up, I make my kids throw it from the mound, okay? You know, because a lot of kids can spin stuff up close, but they can't back up and do it, okay? So, again, holds them accountable. I use the 14-inch ball a lot. You know, it's a little bit heavier than the regular ball, but what I like about it is that it makes them exaggerate their wrist snap. Okay, so it's a little bit bigger ball. They can physically still hold it. So with fastball, you know, they're really having to exaggerate to get that ball at their middle finger. Okay, with the drop ball, they've really got to exaggerate to, you know, get over top of it. With the curve, they got to exaggerate to get around it. It's harder. It's harder, but it makes them, you know, in their brains have to do things with their hands that when they go back to this, makes this easier. Now, if you have kids that struggle with spin, that are not grasping it, you know, you obviously would want to go to a smaller ball first, okay? Because the smaller ball is going to be easier. So, you know, I do with the baseballs, I do with golf balls, you know, something smaller to try to get the kids to feel a little better, you know, what's going on with spin. I've got the peanut up there, I didn't even bring one, but the peanut, it's 2 balls taped together, and it looks like a peanut to me, so I call it that. But it's just 2 balls taped together. And again, you know, showing spin, okay? So on a curve ball, it should look like a helicopter, okay? 2 balls, it's a little heavier, so you're getting a little bit of strength in it. With the rise ball, you're seeing the backward spin. I use it a lot with fastball, okay? Because what the kids want to do is they want to get that ball with their first finger a lot instead of coming straight and getting off that middle finger. And it's really magnified with that peanut. Okay, and then, just want your kids to get the spin, obviously working on the speed of spin. So the faster the ball spins, the more severe your cut's going to be, the cut. So what we want in true movement, and again, I'm going to talk about this a little later, but is that when the ball comes in, it's going to come in on a flat plane and then make a cut. So if it's going to drop, it's going to fall off the table. It's not going to be a gradual decline down. It's a cut. Okay? With the curveball, that it's going to come in straight and then take a left turn. All right, with the rise ball, that it's going to come in, at a reasonable height and then make a pop up. Okay, so not this throwing on an incline up. Okay, which is what I call the Tennessee Kentucky rise ball. All right, anybody can lean back and throw the ball up high fastball, and say, "Here's my riser." Again, see it all the time. Okay, but you throw that pitch. In Little League and in high school especially, some of the weaker high schools, you're getting away with it. They're getting away with it. Those kids are swinging and missing at that. You take that to the next level, and what that pitch does is at the halfway point, the pitch is out of the zone. So what are the hitters doing? They're laying off of it. They're laying off of it. And then, when you have to bring that pitch down in the zone, what happens? It's going out of the park. Okay? So, again, false sense of what they have. And what in their mind is, it works for me. I had 20 strikeouts in one game one time. Okay? And that's good. Okay? It's good that they were successful. However, obviously we're trying to get those kids to, whatever the next level is, or to, be the best of their ability and not just be satisfied with something that works in, Allen County Scottsville's rec ball league, 10 and under. All right? That's not saying a whole lot. Okay. And, this is just what I was talking about earlier, result-based workouts. So all these drills are drills that we do with pitches to try and show results. So, rise under the rope. So what that means is, I put a rope out halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and it's chest high. And if the ball is spinning backwards and the pitcher is throwing this pitch correctly, what should happen is, when the ball gets to the rope, it should be under it. When the catcher catches it, it should be above it. Okay? If the ball's not spinning backwards and popping, you can't do this drill. Okay? Very hard drill. But again, result-based, showing the kids what's going on. Change it through the frame. I said that earlier, I put a frame up halfway, and I say to the kids, the pitch should be in the middle of the zone, at halfway. We don't want the hump on the pitch. Hitters can read that, so we want this pitch to be flat to the zone. So let's throw it through the frame. They hate it. Curve around the tee. So, starting with the tee, you can start with it as close as you want. I start with mine 9 feet out in front of the pitcher. So I say to them, we're going to start the ball on this side of the tee. When the catcher catches it, it should be on this side of the tee. Okay? Now with the curveball, you can move this tee closer and closer to home plate, which means that the pitch is staying in the zone longer. So the closer you move it to home plate, the harder it is. Alright? So, a good drill, because it teaches the kids not to throw the pitch to where they want it to end. Okay? We don't want them to throw the curveball to the outside. We want them to throw it to the middle and let it break to the outside. Okay? The screw around the tee. So, good old screwball. I hate this pitch. And here's why. It goes against everything mechanically that you ever teach kids. Right? We just spent 45 minutes saying, hit your power line right to your heel. Right? And we're going to go to screwball, and we're going to say, step out to the left, kick your drag foot out, spin the ball crazy, and fall off balance. Right? Okay. Now, I hate it because of that. Obviously, it is a very good enhancement pitch, and if it's used correctly and kids have good mechanics to start with and they don't let it leak, it is a very good pitch that kids can be successful with. It's not a hard pitch. That's why you get 10-year-olds in there that say, I got a fastball, changeup, and a screwball. Okay? It's not a true movement pitch. You don't have to spin the ball. You don't have to really do anything. I teach screwball in one class. From starting with it to backing all the way up and throwing it. Okay? But my biggest thing with the screwball is that you want kids to throw it correctly. And what that means is you want to maximize the whole width of the zone, which is what they don't do, okay? So what makes the screwball so hard to hit is that, the pitcher is coming at an odd angle at the hitter, okay? So that's the whole purpose of stepping out, okay? So allowing, yourself to get the ball all the way to this knee and then coming back out with it. We can't spin a ball the opposite way of a curveball. It's not, humanly possible. So what we're gonna do is, use the screwball in place of that. So, we got the 24-inch rule. The rule says the mound is 24 inches wide. We have to stay inside the boundaries of that, mound. In college now, you gotta have lines drawn, whatever. They just erase in the first inning. So we're gonna step out here to this 24-inch line, okay? From here, I'm gonna kick this back foot out, and I'm gonna get the ball to this knee, okay? So what I make my kids do, we put a tee on the power line 9 feet out in front. And what they have to do is, when they throw the pitch and they're stepping out here, they have to start the ball on the left side of the tee, and when the catcher catches it, it's on the right side. 99% of all kids hit the tee every time because they step here and their arm comes straight. And I say to them, what's the point of throwing the screwball if you're coming at the same angle as an inside fastball? Just throw an inside fastball. If we want to maximize the pitch, the hitter, what makes it so hard for them is that you're coming at this funny angle at them with the pitch. Okay? That's why there's the rule. Because the further out you step, the harder of an angle it is for that hitter to hit. The hitter is used to seeing the ball come this way at them. So when they're seeing it come, at the angle, that makes it harder for them. So, that's why it's important for us to maximize the whole zone. Not just step here and start the ball on the inside corner and let it go in a little bit. Let's go across the whole plate. Okay? So, I do not let my kids throw the screwball unless they have the tee. And again, they will stand there the whole time and hit it and get mad at me, get mad at the tee, and never make an adjustment. But, I keep it there to say to them, let's throw it right, let's throw it right. If we're gonna throw the pitch and we're gonna use it, let's do it right. Okay? So that's the hard part about it, having good enough body awareness. And again, after they throw the screwball, you should not be able to tell they throw a screwball when you watch their fastball. And that's what you see. That's why I don't teach a 10-year-old a screwball, because she cannot go back and hit her power line and balance. And then she can't throw a strike. She comes in every time and she's falling off over here, and her dad's like, why she can't throw a strike? Well, look at her. Okay? So, I say to my kids when we talk about screwball, the first thing I say is, I said today, I hate this pitch. Okay? And I say that because I just don't think people realize how bad it breaks mechanics down. And obviously, being mechanically correct is more important than throwing a screwball. Okay? When they get older and they're more advanced, then yes, it's a pitch they should throw and they should learn and they should throw it correctly. Okay. The last one, obviously, a ladder. What we do with the ladder is we start at a certain number of pitches, like 22, and they'll have to throw 22, let's say, fastball targets. Okay, so they're going to do 22 fastball targets inside and outside. Every one they miss, they have 2 push-ups. Okay, then we're going to go to 20 change-ups. Then we're going to go to 18 drop balls. Obviously you can incorporate anything that you want, but that's just again putting the pressure on pitchers and trying to really make them, again, pitch under pressure, but also pitch while they are fatigued. That same fatigue that they get during the games. They lose their legs. Courtney talked yesterday about, they do leg. It's important. It's what goes first. Okay, it's what's tired. All right, and then obviously throwing live. I'm a fan of throwing live. However, your pitcher should not be your batting practice. If you're going to throw live and she's going to throw to them, she should be working on her stuff as well as the hitter. She should be, throwing fastball targets or throwing changeups or whatever it is. But at no point should she just be standing up there and tossing meatballs up. We're fragile enough. Okay, we're fragile enough. We don't need somebody jacking the ball in the park all the time on us. Okay? We have to have our little heads how good we are ourselves. So you have to be very careful with that. I think it's good for them. I think a good thing for them against their own teammates to see how much they pay attention, to see how well they know their own hitters. Okay? All right. Okay. So in season, right now, we're in preseason, we're getting game ready, we're working on targets. You know, you gotta make sure that you do some reaction work, make sure that the ball comes back at your pitcher's face. I put my kids in front of the pitching machine with the light flights and I shoot them at them as hard and as fast as I can. And I say react, 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 because that's what happens in the game. Okay, with the pitcher, it's not I've got a minute, a few seconds to react to the ball. It's I've got a split second to get my glove in front of my face and protect it. So I take 5 light flights, I hold them at the machine, and I take my pitcher's glove off and I put them through there as fast as I can, and all they can do is just react to the balls. Okay, so again, just get them to get that initial, reaction to obviously protecting their face. Very important. Okay. When we're in season, when you're in season, you're playing a lot of games, you just want to make sure that in your workouts, pitchers are doing maintenance work, okay, so that they are, maintaining their balance. One thing that I see a lot of pitchers do is, in the middle of season, you'll see their step is left a lot, okay, and the reason is that all these fields they play on have terrible mounds. There's a big hole in front of them, and what those pitchers do is, they step left to miss that hole, and then they never go back and correct that. So then you've got a kid that gets to the postseason and we're stepping left on everything and you wonder why she has no control. Because we've never gone back and fixed from the one game at so-and-so county that had the terrible field with the terrible hole. Okay, so you want to make sure that they're doing maintenance stuff on everything. Daily, you want to make sure that you're evaluating them, after their game. So, saying to them, obviously if we go to a game and a changeup was terrible, the next day in practice, I'm going to do changeups. Okay, I'm going to go back and reinforce and make sure that the next game I have the changeup. Okay, so it's really important that you evaluate that with them after they throw in the games. All right, and obviously they need some rest. Okay, you need to make sure that they ice their arms after every time they throw, practice or game. Always ice. If you have advanced pitchers that are throwing movement pitches, they need to ice their forearm. Okay, you never want a forearm injury. You're going to see a lot of kids have stress fractures in their forearms, or your forearm's like your shin. You're going to get what's like a shin splint. And if you have kids that throw a lot of movement and they get that, the only way to get rid of it is to rest it. Okay, so you want to prevent that and make sure that you're icing as well. If they're really sore, obviously heat before they're going to throw.
Hi, I'm Christy Ambrosi. Being a member of the 2000 Olympic gold medal team gives me some unique outlooks on fast pitch softball. I believe the heart and passion of the game creates success and greatness and equips players to face the challenges of the game as well as the challenges of life. That's why I put together a team of top coaches and trainers to host a new USSSA supported event. This is designed to give everyone a unique experience. There will be traditional motivational seminars and multiple small group breakout sessions, allowing you to select the topics that are most important to you. National Coaches Clinics focus not only on the technical aspects of the game, but the often neglected but equally important heart and passion of the game. Early registrants will be given reserved seating and special VIP passes to both the Friday night and Saturday night events. Please see our website at nationalcoachesclinics.com or call 913-627-9000 for more information. We have a special offer for all Fastpitch TV viewers. Purchase one registration and receive a second one half price by using the special code Fastpitch TV.
I hope you enjoyed today's show. Now we'll be back at Softball Con again in 2012, so I look forward to seeing you there. Now if you have an iPhone, iPad, or an Android phone, you need to get the Fastpitch TV show app today. Just go to your phone's app store, search softball, and you'll find it, I promise you. Now like I said, don't forget to check out our new website at fastpitch.tv. Become a fan of the show on Facebook at facebook.com/fastpitchtv, and you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/fastpitchtv. That's it for today's show. Goodbye, and thanks for watching.
This show is a member of the Fastpitch TV network.